The extensive support structure that Precision Real Estate offered to me was something that allowed me to jump in day one and start producing without worrying about all these things that I had to accomplish before I could become a producer. Prior to working with Matt, I had not had that access to that level of mentorship, leadership, and success in my professional environment. After talking to Matt, I immediately knew that he believed I could produce now and that I was ready to make the transition from my previous professional life and become a full-time real estate professional. So the number one feature that I believe is most valuable to me is the world-class training programs that are offered both in-house and through our partners with eXp Realty and Grant Cardone. I think that's allowed me to become much more successful in a shorter amount of time than I would have otherwise. Being on a team that has been most important to me has been the resources provided to team members themselves. So whether that's our marketing program, any sort of resources, signs, mailers, any equipment that we may need, it's been critical for allowing me to focus on production and not on some of the outside materials that I would have to corral just to get a listing going. First and foremost, I believe that you'll start producing faster than you would with any other agency. This has been proven both in myself and with my fellow agents that we work with. So you're not only going to start faster, but you're going to be on your way to being a top producing agent faster than any other agency can offer you. We're also brokered by eXp Realty, which is one of the fastest growing national brokerages in the country. This allows us extra benefits as well as national exposure for listings and us as an agent. So whether it comes to myself or the clients I work with, I've learned that often the objections that we have for why we can't do something or we won't do something are reactionary defense responses. We're trying to protect ourselves from something that we're not sure of, and it's natural for us to say, hey, hold up a minute, I'm not so sure about that. Now I see that those are often barriers, and most of the time that is something that can be accomplished. It's just a matter of effort of how much you're putting into it. So the time I spent fence sitting on deciding whether I was going to go full-time into real estate or even real estate in general, at the time I thought it was a safe, less risky option of coming in and protecting myself because I didn't want to expose myself to the risks of a new environment. I wish I would have known exactly how much time that wasted. Instead of being half-hearted and not being able to put my efforts into something that's proven to produce, I waited, and ultimately once I decided to commit to that full-time, my production and my income started to increase exponentially. And I look back on it now and wish I would have made that decision much, much sooner. Just 2 days after being licensed with Precision Real Estate, I secured a contract and began working towards building my own revenue and also my production on the team. Now, 3 months later, I have $2.53 million in pending and closed contracts, as well as another $720,000 in active contracts that are being prepared for listing on the market. Ultimately, that's why I chose to stay with Precision Home Group and why I continue to grow as well.